A very good evening to the two people who are in the meeting, Sarah and Pushkin Meal. We have already met Pushkin in the last session because he was there in the Introduction to Aircraft Design course. Since this is the last session for this course, I am sitting next to the course TA, Mr. Namanuddin, who is currently employed with Larsen and Toubro in Powai. And he has come specially here to be with you for this live session. So, Pushkin, we have already met, so we know about him. Sarah, can you please unmute and introduce yourself? Tell us who you are, from where you
Sure,
are.
sir. Good evening.
Yes.
I'm Sarah Zaki, and currently I'm pursuing BTech Mechanical Engineering second year from RGPV University, which is in Madhya Pradesh, from LNCT College. And I'm interested in aerospace engineering. This is the reason I have been following this course.
Have you taken the other course, Introduction to Aerospace Engineering, also?
I did not take that. Instead, I took Professor A.K. Ghosh's course.
But that is on aircraft design.
Not the aircraft design, Introduction to Airplane Performance.
Performance. That is on performance.
Yeah.
So the course which I teach is on aerospace engineering. It also has performance, but performance is only the second half. The first half of that course. So I would encourage you maybe next time, because generally we expect people to take up the course on aerospace engineering first and then do the course on aircraft design. But if you have done Professor A.K. Ghosh's course, you would have enough information regarding the basics of aircraft. So with that, you should be able to handle. Okay, Nagaveni Gunti has joined the meeting. Would you be able to unmute yourself and also, if possible, put the camera so that we can see you? And the same is true for Sarah also. Yeah, thank you. So, yes, Nagaveni, please tell us about yourself.
I'm Nagveni sir from BTech third year.
Yeah, which college, which city, which branch?
V- VTU Muddenalli sir in Chikbalapur near Bangalore.
What branch are you from?
Aeronautical department.
Acha. You are from aeronautical department from a college in Chikbellapur.
Yes sir.
Okay. And you are in the third year.
Yes
So,
sir.
do you have a course on aircraft design as part of your syllabus also?
Aircraft?
The same course, aircraft design, do you have it in your syllabus also?
No sir.
In many colleges, this course is a core course. That means everyone has to do it. But there are also many colleges where we do not have faculty who can teach this course properly. So they make it either elective or they request you to go to NPTEL and attend the courses which are available either by Professor A.K. Ghosh or by me. Okay, great.
Yes.
So I can understand your interest in the course because you are an aerospace engineering student and you are in the third year. Okay. Right. This is an interaction session. So we will be more happy if we can interact with you rather than us giving any lectures or any, uh, thing. So if you have any questions you want to ask, please feel free to ask. I have a presentation with me which talks about, there are some questions. Can you not put the Zoom link here? Can you copy paste and put it?
He will not he's a fishy person. And Sarah has one question from the sheet. So
Yeah,
she
so we
can
will
ask.
open. Yeah, we will open the presentation because so give us a minute, please. In the meantime, if somebody has any question or any comments, please go ahead. All right. So if there are no questions, then I'll go straight away with the presentation. Just give me a minute. I'm going to share my screen now. I'm going to. Okay. So here we go. All right. So I think you are able to see my screen now. Can you please give me a confirmation? Can you confirm that the screen is visible?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
All right. So this is the schedule, which I will quickly skip because you already know about many things. The students other than Pushkin, do you know about the internship program of NPTEL? Are you aware of this particular idea?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and we'll come. So when is your examination, do you know?
2nd or 3rd November.
No.
When is it?
2nd or 3rd November, they say.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
let me be on the participants.
Other people, can you please confirm?
In
It's
website,
on
it is showing 25th, sir.
25th
25th of
October.
October.
In the website, it says 25th, but
We have to check in all tickets, sir.
Acha.
okay. So the website information is what we also know. And as per that, it is 25th of October. Okay. But please do check your hall ticket whenever it arrives.
Like, have you taken any other courses on NPTEL?
Yes, I got confused. I have another exam on the 2nd November.
How
So,
many have you taken?
I've taken one more along with this.
Okay.
So which course is that?
Aircraft stability and control, but to be honest, it was a little hectic for me. So I don't think I'll be able to score high enough to be able to be eligible
For a
for the
certificate.
internship.
Okay. What about my course? What do you feel? Is it easy?
It's not that easy for me personally, but then it's quite interesting. So that makes it like easy to digest.
Yeah, it would have been actually easier if you had taken the course on aerospace engineering also. But it's okay, doesn't matter.
So
Anyway.
for this, what I thought was I would take help of the domain NPTEL domain thing where you have the courses listed. But what I would like to suggest is that if we have a plan, like you go for this course first, then this course, the prerequisites do list them, but then it would be better if we have a pathway kind of a thing, which will be helpful.
Yeah, so Sarah, technically speaking, there are many students who are able to take the course on aircraft design without taking the course on introduction to aerospace engineering. So it is not necessary, okay, because it can become very restrictive. There are some people who for some reason could not take that course, and therefore they will not take this course also, saying that, oh, it's a prerequisite. So we are very particular not to give prerequisites unless they are absolutely essential. So now I realize that the course on aircraft design which I am teaching, the only prerequisites you need actually is familiarity with the aircraft components, like what is meant by fuselage, what is meant by tail, what is meant by wing, and some idea about their functions, which many people are able to obtain by general reading. Therefore, we did not necessarily put any prerequisites. Otherwise, it can become restrictive. For example, you could not take this course if I had put a prerequisite. I'm just saying that if you had taken the course on Introduction to Aerospace Engineering, it would have been easier for you to tackle this course because it is a follow-up of that course. But anyway, you can still manage. Okay, so friends, here is the examination pattern. The first section is going to consist of 25 multiple choice questions, which are primarily from the from the assignments that you have given. There are 25 questions, each carrying 0.8 marks. So you will get a total of 20 marks if you answer all of them correctly. They are MCQs. Okay. Then section 2 consists of MSQs, multiple select questions, where one or more than one are correct. I must warn you that there could be a question in MSQ which has only one correct answer. So don't think that MSQ means definitely more than one is correct. More than one may be correct. So be very careful. There could be an MSQ with only one correct answer. We want to check your confidence level and your knowledge. So therefore, intentionally, some questions are given MSQ, but there is only one correct answer. So anyway, for these 25 questions, you will get 1.6 marks and therefore you will get 40 marks. And the last part is the one that contains only numericals. There are 20 numericals and numericals need more time and effort and therefore we give more marks for it. So numericals are 2 marks for each numerical, 20 numericals, 40 minutes. This is how the 100 marks total will be added up in section 1, 2 and 3. Do you have any queries regarding the question paper pattern?
So,
No questions, so then we can go ahead. So we now look at some questions from students. The first question is, of course, not a question at all. It is just an appreciation. So thank you so much for your appreciation. Maybe there is a question following that. Yes, there is. My question is there an advanced course after completion of the basic introduction course through the same medium? If so, I request you to kindly let us know for the benefit of those who would like to pursue. Regards. So Mahesh Kumar, thank you for your warm sense of appreciation. I right now do not have any course which is a follow-up of aircraft design course. I wish I could teach a course called as advanced aircraft design or something like that, but I have not had the time or the energy or the vocation to record such a course. Currently, I am recording a new course on a topic called as air transportation. This course will cover airlines, airports, air traffic control, policy, some issues regarding human factors, and some overview of maintenance through a panel discussion. Okay, and we'll also talk about aircraft instruments, communication, navigation, how do pilots communicate, etc. How do they navigate the aircraft? So that is all part of air traffic control and air traffic management. So this course is being recorded right now as I speak to you. And if all goes well, then from January onwards, we will launch the course on Introduction to Air Transportation. I would request all of you to please consider taking that course because I think there are many questions that people have regarding airlines, regarding airports. Why is it like this? Why is it like that? The course is mostly descriptive in nature, although there are a few tutorials, but very few, not too many. It's more on informing you about the whole civil aviation sector. So I don't have any advanced course on aircraft design, but I would recommend my next course on air transportation. I also have one more course on an area in which I work as a researcher, and that is lighter than air systems or LTA systems for short. That course has already been running for last few years and it will be running from January again. So in January, I will again have 2 courses, just like in this semester, July to October, I have 2 courses, Introduction to Aerospace Engineering and Introduction to Aircraft Design. Similarly, if all goes well, from January to April, I'll have 2 courses, lighter than air systems and air transportation. So that is what I would recommend all of you to consider taking. If you like the way I cover the topics and if you like my courses, I'm sure you will also think of joining the course on air transportation. Sarah has a question, a little philosophical, but since the guest lecturer mentioned the cause-effect relationship between technology and war, doesn't it imply that scientists and engineers are as much responsible for world peace as the diplomats and politicians, if not more? Sarah, your question is very much legitimate and valid. Okay, now scientists and engineers can use technology for war, but one approach is to defend yourself, and the other approach is to create an offensive weapon. So when Dr. Kalam was asked this question, he always said that I am developing missile technology and I am also helping in the nuclear program of the country not to attack anybody, not to cause any harm to anybody, but to act as a deterrence. When our friendly neighbors know that we have the ability to defend ourselves, they would think 10 times before attacking us or before taking any action which will harm our interest. This was very much demonstrated in the recent Operation Sindoor, when our defensive batteries, whether it was our Akash Tir system developed indigenously, or whether it was the system S-400 from Russia, primarily we used it to defend ourselves. Okay, we did bomb and damage certain terrorist establishments of our neighbor. But if you noticed, it was very carefully planned, it was very pinpointed, and it was very, very accurate. Even the neighboring building was not damaged. It was so pinpointed accuracy because we wanted to send a message that if you cultivate and harbor and nurture such people in your territory, we will not be hesitant to take the leap of faith and eliminate them. Okay. So our action was very measured and very specific. The response of our neighbor was very erratic and very arbitrary, and also, in my opinion, it was just to cause alarm and harm. They have targeted our cities, they have targeted our villages. But hats off to our defense system, hats off to the Akash missile system, hats off to the Akash Tir system and the S-400 system. We were able to defend our territory. So yes, scientists and engineers are very much responsible for world peace, but their actions could be to prevent others from harming us. My bag, there is a phone, alarm. Put it off. Okay, Sarah, now since you are already in the meeting, maybe if there is any other query you have related to this, have I answered your question?
Yes,
Or do you
sir.
think there is anything that you would like me to further elaborate?
Thank you, sir. You did answer the question.
Okay, great. Nice question. Another question, very, very long, but we will read out. About radar absorbent materials in stealth bombers, can morphing be used to slow down degradation of the material since it is costly? Like the refueling port on B2 can turn and close, similarly the whole wing area could be designed such that the coating is only exposed when trying to evade detection, and at other times the other side of the aircraft is used. Okay. Yes, you have imagined correctly that RAM, radar absorbent material, is akin to a skin of the structure like a coating. What all factors and trade-offs will be involved, such as the cost of operation, as we will need sensors, actuators to change the whole span, which is like reassembling the whole aircraft mid-air at higher. So, Sarah, you have already pointed out the problems while giving in the proposal. Okay. So, in aerospace engineering and generally in all systems, but especially in aerospace engineering, any suggestion that anybody gives is always weighed under three major factors. So your question is, can morphing be used to slow down degradation of the material for this application? My answer would be, please let us know the implication of your suggestion on three important factors: on cost, complexity, and weight. Remember this, CCW, cost, complexity, and weight. Any suggestion or any proposal that you give if it affects two out of these three adversely, either cost and complexity or complexity and weight or cost and weight, it becomes uninteresting for the aerospace industry. If it hits one of them badly, like increasing the cost or increasing complexity or increasing weight, but does not harm the other two, then it becomes interesting. So a cost benefit analysis will have to be carried out to check whether the proposal that you have submitted is really worth. You have yourself mentioned the factors that are going to be affected. So if the answer is that two out of these three are affected positively and one adversely, then it might be useful. Generally speaking, morphing is used only for two things today. One is to improve the controllability. The other is to improve the aerodynamic behavior. That's all. These are the two things for which the morphing is used. Either for providing very accurate and detailed control by deflecting it by a large amount. So when you use morphing for control, we use it for high frequency, low amplitude. And the other one is low frequency but high amplitude, like flaps. Flaps are a very good example of morphing for specific part of the mission, takeoff and landing, when the shape of the aircraft completely changes and you create aerodynamic forces and moments desirable to allow better landing or takeoff, and you take them inside when you don't need them. Okay. So Sarah, are you satisfied with the answer?
Yes, sir. I hope I'm allowed to research and further email you if I have any doubts.
100%, Sarah.
Thank you, sir.
You have developed interest in this area. This is a very good area. I will also be able to put you in touch with experts in stealth technology who can help you further with this. But
Thank you
don't
so
worry,
much, sir.
you are always welcome to send your questions and queries to us. Okay, so now we come to the next part. Now, how many of you are aware about this particular competition? How many people are there in the meeting right now?
Three.
Okay, so Sarah is aware of NACDEC. What about the other people? Okay, Pushkin has raised a hand. Now we have Nitish Kumar also in the meeting. So Nitish, this is a good time for us to request you to unmute yourself and introduce yourself to us. So can you do that, please?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Tell us about yourself.
Sir, I am Nitish from Nehru Institute of Engineering and Technology, studying BA Aeronautical Engineering.
Which city are you there from?
I am from Tamil Nadu.
That is a state, not a city.
City, Coimbatore.
Coimbatore. So you are in Nehru College in Coimbatore.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I know about that college. Okay,
Yes.
good. So are you aware about NACDEC?
Yes, sir. I know about it.
Fine. So all of you have said that you are aware about NACDEC. So there is no point in talking about it. The only thing I want to say is that the problem statement has already been declared, announced in detail, and I will urge all of you to consider taking part in NACDEC because it will allow us to be in touch for a longer time. NACDEC has already started, and we have started the registration. Till the end of this month, you can register, and the final evaluation round will be held in mid-August. So there are nearly 10 months available for you, and you have already done this course. Therefore, you are equipped mostly to tackle the problem statement. If you have any issue, we are there to guide you, supervise you, help you through monthly webinars. We are also going to conduct a course for the faculty members because we have received this particular request from many faculty members that you are running a competition on aircraft design but we don't know how to do aircraft design because we have not learned this subject in that much detail. So in the last week of this year, from December 29th to 2nd January, we are actually conducting a 5-day faculty development program on conceptual design of unmanned aerial systems, because the problem statement this year is on an unmanned aerial system. It is called as a THAR UAV, Tactical Hunting and Reconnaissance UAV. So we are going to train the faculty mentors or faculty members, anybody who is interested in that course, to how to mentor the students who are taking part in NACDEC. So we will run through a toy problem with them, not the same problem, but some other problem. We will run through and we will show them how to guide and supervise the students, how to mentor the students so that they can be of some help to you. Okay. Do you have any questions or any queries regarding NACDEC?
Sir, regarding the webinars, so those will be conducted monthly. Like if we are facing any problems while designing, or with the problem statement, or with certain concepts, will we be helped with that as well?
Yes, that is the whole purpose of the webinar. If the teams ask us specific questions, for example, I'll give you an example. Last year's NACDEC was related to a supersonic unmanned combat aerial vehicle. And we had given that the payload weight will be 1,000 kilograms or more. So some teams came up with a question that you have given 1,000 kilograms, but we don't know what kind of payload, what size payload. We don't know what is it used for. We don't have any idea about that payload. So we conducted a dedicated webinar on only payloads. And the expert in that webinar gave a presentation on what are the various types of payload carried by such aircraft. And she gave 3 sets that it could be this or this or this. And therefore, all the teams were able to size the fuselage based on the requirements of the payload. So similarly, in one of the NACDECs, we had given a problem related to battery-powered aircraft. There was a request from many teams saying, sir, we don't know how to size a battery-powered aircraft. So we got a professor from IIT Madras to talk about sizing of battery-powered aircraft. In the same competition, there was a request to talk about batteries. General idea about batteries and their applicability for aerospace engineering and aircraft. So I called an expert and he gave a seminar on various types of batteries, various considerations during sizing of batteries, estimating the battery efficiency. In the last NACDEC, towards the end, students said that this is a supersonic UAV. It should have stealth features. You have mentioned in the problem statement that it should be stealthy, but we don't know how to provide the features. So we arranged a webinar by an expert on stealth. So, Sara, the webinars are arranged only if teams ask for some help, and primarily to help them in the problem solving. We don't want to bore you with details from our side. So there will be a dedicated WhatsApp group. There will be a dedicated email address. And we are going to add the team leader initially, and later on, maybe some other members also. And after some time, if we are able to handle, we might put all the students on that WhatsApp group. So now you have 24/7 access to us through WhatsApp group. You have a dedicated email address. Any problem you are facing, but you cannot say, please tell us how to design. Please, we will be able to help you, but not on general topics. We can help you on specific topics. And that too, mostly we are interested in those topics where many teams are facing a problem. So you can definitely take help from us, but it has to be very specific and it has to be something that we feel, yeah, this is something that it is a good idea for an expert to talk dedicatedly. So we are going to handhold you. Our purpose is to essentially take you through the entire cycle of a conceptual design. So we are there to help you, but only if you communicate and if you tell us what problems you are facing, and if you are able to arrange a webinar to address your problem, we will do it. And then the webinars are recorded and they are available on our website, or they are on YouTube with the link on the website. So they are available even if you by chance miss that particular webinar slot, you can watch them in the future.
Thank you, sir.
Good. Any other query or question regarding NACDEC that you would like to have? Are you aware about the website of NACDEC?
Yes, sir.
I'll type it for you still, for those who are not aware. So all details are available. The registration form has already been floated. Many teams have already started registering. We are expecting to close the registration by 31st of October, unless you have some serious constraint. For example, the registration form has to be signed by the principal or the HOD, and maybe they are not available because of Diwali or some other reason. If there are some genuine problems like this, we are always there, but don't hesitate to contact us if you are facing any problem. Also remember, it is not necessary to have 5 members. You can have 4 members in the team. But the workload management will become a problem if you have less number of people. So I recommend that you try to get 5 motivated people. Plus, there is a registration fee for NACDEC. The registration fee for NACDEC 9 is rupees 5,000 per team. So if you have 5 people, you can share the expenses. I am not very sure if the colleges are going to pay the money. It's very unlikely. If they do, then it is great. But even otherwise, if you have 5 people in the team, you can distribute the workload, you can distribute the costs. But here I want to ask a question. Why do you think we are asking you to pay rupees 5,000 for registration in NACDEC? Yes, Pushkin.
So, sir, everyone is motivated and they have a reason to not just give up in between. That now they have paid 5,000, they should complete it.
Very good. We are looking not for your money, but for your commitment. These 5,000 rupees that you give us, we are going to spend more than that on you by giving you some memorabilia, giving you some items. Okay, we have not decided what. We'll take suggestions from students, maybe t-shirts, maybe caps, maybe mouse pad, whatever. We are open to that. So we are going to spend on you more than 5,000 rupees. Imagine the last 25 students who are shortlisted, they are going to be given travel allowance to travel to Bangalore. They will be given accommodation in Bangalore for 2 or 3 nights. They will be taken to the location of the competition. Okay, so all that expenditure we are going to do, and we are going to give you a prize money of total 4 lakh rupees. So we are not here to earn money from you, but we have seen in the past, and many teams have said, that we began NACDEC very seriously. There were 5 people, enthusiastic people. After 3 months, 2 people have signed off because they lost interest. So then we said, what do we do? So they only said that, sir, if you charge some money, not too much, some small amount of money, then the interest will be maintained and the commitment will not fall very easily. Still, somebody may lose commitment. We can't do much about it. But at least some token amount we want to take from everybody so that you are vested. You have an interest. All right. The next question I want to ask you is, how do we determine whether not only you are serious, but you also have some basic aircraft conceptual design skills? How do we ensure that? Because some students can join NACDAC only for money, for the prize. They might say, we have 4 lakh rupee prize money, let us just join. Let us invest rupees 5,000. We'll see, we might actually win 1.5 lakh rupees. So it's worth the investment. So how do we confirm or how do we check that you are not frivolous? You are actually not only serious, interested, but also you have taken efforts to learn aircraft conceptual design. What do you think is the mechanism?
So according to the timeline, there's supposed to be an exam, like competency exam with an NACDEC. Yeah.
Correct. That's right, Sarah. That is the way we try. So what we do is, many teams might join just because the principal has forced them. Because the college wants to have a name. We are taking part in NACDEC. Many teams may join because of the initial enthusiasm. So we don't want to waste our efforts in evaluating frivolous reports. We want to evaluate reports of only those people who are really serious. So we are also doing it as a volunteers. Look, I don't have any team with me who are paid for this job. Nauman is one of them. He's also a volunteer. He took part in NACDEC as a student. He was very happy with the competition. So he volunteered to help me conduct it for the future batches. He has been with us for the last so many years. Similarly, there are other people also. So we are doing this at a volunteer level. And suppose there are 100 teams which register just because their prize money is 4 lakhs. And they just join and then they don't do anything. And in the end, they submit some horrible report. We have to go through and break our head. So what we did is, from last year, or rather this year, 2025, 24, 25, we said that we are going to give the teams a chance to prepare basic aircraft conceptual design, and we will evaluate them. It will not be a very major examination. We are not wanting to eliminate teams. This year, for example, if I remember correctly, only 3 teams were eliminated out of a big number. So we are not wanting to eliminate you. But if you are completely frivolous, now all of you have done this aircraft design course, you would have been given the examination also. So from you, I don't have any doubt that you are able to handle the problems. But there are many people in your team who may not have taken the course, but still they want to take part in the competition. And that is perfectly normal. We are not insisting that every student who takes part in the course should have done aircraft design course. No, I don't believe in that. Okay. So, but you definitely should have some competence to be able to continue further. So that is why we give you around 8 weeks time. The design competition examination is going to be held somewhere in mid-January. So you will get 8 weeks. From now, it will be actually more than 8 weeks. Okay. So you can see that from mid-October, so you have November, December, you have 3 months. You have 12 weeks and you have already done the course. So for 12 weeks, we want you to do basic conceptual design calculations. You can interact with us through webinars. We will have 2 webinars minimum, one in November, one in December, definitely. So therefore, it's enough for you to really learn to do conceptual design. In the first webinar, which we are planning to do in the first week of November, any day after 31st October, before 7th of November, we will do a webinar where we will take questions regarding the problem statement. Have you understood it properly? Do you have any doubts about the problem statement? Do you misunderstand something? That is what the agenda of the first webinar will be. And then in December, we'll take a webinar on, are you stuck somewhere? Do you have any issue regarding doing those calculations? And then there will be a webinar in January also, maybe just before the examination, which is the final preparation. So you'll have 3 sessions with us before you give the examination. Okay, next question I have to ask all of you is, NACDAC has been running for the last 8 years. And the 2 things that we have been giving everybody in the last 8 years is, one is the prize money of 4 lakh rupees. And the second one is we are giving certificates to all the teams that reach the second stage. That is, they have given the final design report. But can you tell me what are the new initiatives in NACDAC 9, which were not there in the past? Okay, so Pushkin is ready to answer, but I think there are other people also, and they said that they know about NACDAC. So can we ask Nagavini, Gunti, or Nitish Kumar, or Sarah? Do you know about the new initiatives in NACDAC 9? New incentives, I would say, for the students to take part. Apart from 4 lakh rupee prize money and certificates.
Visit to
Getting your
the
money back, yeah.
HAL. Visit to the HAL.
Not HAL.
Yeah,
Visit to some aerospace establishment in Bengaluru. So generally the competition is held on Saturday. So the next day, Sunday, we will take you to some we are not yet finalized which one. We have approached some companies and we are waiting for their feedback. But definitely we will take you to visit at least one aerospace establishment in Bengaluru. So that is correct, Sarah. What else? There are two more important incentives which are new. So Pushkin, can you now please unmute and tell what you remember or what you know?
Sir, this was the only incentive I remember, that there will be a visit to some aerospace establishment.
Okay, so I'll tell you, there are two more incentives that we are proposing. One is something called as an online immersive program. This is like an online internship of about 3 months duration, which will be offered to the students who are in the final round, 25 students. There are 5 teams in the final round, 25 students max, and there are 5 faculty mentors. So the students who are in the final round, they will be offered an online immersive program with some expert in design. So one thing that could be done is, if you have done a good job and you have a nice report, you might like to convert that into a paper, either a paper in the journal or at least paper in some very high quality conference. So we will work with you and help you to convert your paper, your work, your report into a paper. And that may require some extra work, so we will guide you and supervise you. Or you might like to work with a professor or an engineer or a technocrat on some topic. If it is possible, they will give you. Now, it is online simply because it is very difficult to arrange accommodation and it is very expensive for people to relocate, and you are still students, right? So maybe you will pass out next year, but still it is difficult for us to really manage the accommodation. Now, if you say that we are going to manage our accommodation, we don't want any stipend, we would like to come and physically work, it all depends upon the institute. So my institute, for example, IIT Bombay, we are not able to offer any internship to people who have passed out. So if you are no longer a student in August, we can't give you internship. But online, there is no problem. And also in IIT Bombay, if you come for internship, the IIT Bombay charges money for internship. Okay, we are charging rupees 15,000 for 2-month internship. That money goes to IIT Bombay, not to me or to my lab. So that's why we thought we will do an online immersive program, but it is open to negotiation. The third, and I think the most important and most lucrative scheme, is that some companies are going to be approached by us to offer internships to you because they tell us that they are looking for people with UAV design experience. So we are going to tell them that these are 25 students who have undergone a whole 1-year cycle from registration to the final round, and they are interested to work. You are interested to take some interns. So they have promised us that at least they will interview some of the people in the final round. And who knows, if you are good and if you meet the requirements that they have, they may even offer you a job, because if you have already passed out when NACDAC is over, And if you are available for employment and the company likes you, this is like putting like-minded people together. So we are hopeful that some of people, because already I have been told by some of the NACDAC participants that they were able to get a job in a company by saying that we took part in NACDAC. So they had a easier interview because of their NACDAC experience. So therefore, it is quite possible that they might say, okay, you are a NACDAC finalist, which means you know basic UAV design. Come over and work for us if you are available. Or they might say, okay, you are a student, we'll give you internship, and eventually it can be converted into an employment if they find you good and suitable. But please remember, friends, we cannot promise you a job. Job is given by the company. They have their own norms, their own procedure. We can just put you together. So those 25 students, their CVs can be shared with the companies. And we will invite the companies to come to Bangalore in the final round, put up stalls about their company and their work, what kind of internship they can offer, can they pay something, can they give accommodation, etc., etc. Some of them may also talk about their company in the morning session. And then in the afternoon session, we will have the competition. So these are the 3 new initiatives. The visit to an aerospace establishment, the online immersive program, and possibility of getting shortlisted for interviews for internship. This is what we are trying to offer to the students so that they can work for NACDAC seriously and hopefully be among the top 5. Remember one thing, selection into the top 5 is more a function of how other people have done. And even in the top 5, coming first, second, third is also a relative evaluation. So the moment you are shortlisted, it means you are good. You have done a reasonably good job. Only then you will be shortlisted. Okay, any other question or any query regarding NACDAC? I think we have spoken enough. So with this discussion, I think most of you are motivated to register for NACDAC. Winning or losing is not the criteria. Taking part in NACDAC and experiencing the design cycle from conceptualization to design is itself a very interesting learning process. And that learning process at the cost of rupees 1,000 per head, I think it's a very, very good deal. And if you are able to do well, then you have a huge amount of money available as prize money. Before we go, let us open up the floor for any more queries or questions that you have. Not about only NACDAC, but about anything else. So Nagavarni Gunti wants to know how the team is formed and same college from 5. Oops. Yeah. How the team is formed and same college from 5 members a team. Yes. We only allow 1 team from every institution. So, and we ask the principal or the HOD of the department to give us to sign the registration form. So the team is formed by you only, internally. In some colleges, there is an internal competition. So the college announces NACDAC, there are 10 teams, they have some internal competition and then they create 1 team. In some colleges, maybe you are the only 5 people who are interested. So only 1 team per college and created by the students themselves, but certified by the principal, director or the HOD. Anything else anybody wants to know about NACDAC?
So the competency exam, is it a team thing or is it individually? Like,
No, it is a team examination. It's a team examination. So the problems will be uploaded and then you will be given some decent time. And as a team, you have to work together. You can split the problems to each team member and they can compile it. Ultimately, we ask you to only upload your answer sheet. and then we evaluate it and we find out. So it is a team examination. It is not individual. The
Thank-
whole team is going to clear the exam. Yes, Pushkin.
Sir, when will be this examination held?
Mid-January. Our current plan is mid-January. And the results will be announced about 10 days or 15 days max. So by end of January, you will know whether you are through or not. But you should continue working assuming you are through. Okay. Anything more you would like to know?
So I would like to thank you for these interactions. Like this is a course where we can actually interact, and yes, this is really wonderful about the course.
No, Sarah, I was so upset with the method that they have of just a YouTube session where I can't see anybody. I just keep talking to a screen and someone types something there. This is so personal, so nice. We can see each other, we can talk to each other, almost as if we are sitting in front of each other. So, yes, it is definitely very important. You have registered for the course and also for the examination. You have a right to talk to the instructor and to get your personal queries sorted out. So I'm just doing what is there as part of the NPTEL scheme.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So we have about 6.5 minutes remaining. In this 6 minutes, I would like to open the floor for any question that you have, not necessarily regarding NACDEC, not necessarily about aircraft design. Any question that you would like to pick my brain and Nauman, my associate's brain. So he's also an aerospace engineer. He has a bachelor's degree and a master's degree both in aerospace engineering. And now he works as a senior UAV designer in Larsen and Toubro. So the floor is open. Don't hesitate.
So can you give a tips to solve the problems in aircraft structure?
Aircraft structures. So what
Yes,
kind
sir.
of tips are you looking for?
Problem solving, sir. Without having data and book.
Yes. So there are a couple of books which I really like regarding aircraft structures. One is a book by Megson, Megson.
Okay.
Megson's book, I really like the way the author elaborates on problem solving in aircraft structures conceptually. But if you really want to get good idea about the structural design of an aircraft, then there is a very detailed book by an author called Bruhn, Bruhn. It is not easily available. It's a very thick book, but it gives you the detailed calculation procedure for design of a wing box structure, ribs, spars, skins, and fairly accurate. Another good book on aircraft structure is what I used as a student, that is by David J. Peary, Peery, DJ Peary. These books are classical books in aircraft structures. They may be available online and you might be able to do that. So Swati
Okay,
has a
sir.
question from online session. Can hybrid electric propulsion architectures meaningfully reduce CO2 and NOx emissions on regional or transport aircraft? Swati, this morning I gave a talk on this topic in my course on, I run a course, by the way, in IIT Bombay, I run a course on Introduction to Aerospace Engineering, which is a compulsory course for all our MTech students. And then it is also one of the courses that is taken by BTech students other than aerospace department who have interest in aero and they want to do a minor in aerospace engineering. So it is a coincidence that this morning I made a presentation to the students about sustainable aviation, and Nauman has presented a paper on design of sustainable amphibian aircraft. In fact, his paper won the best prize in that conference also, which was held online in Australia. So we will be very happy to talk about it. We don't have the time right now to elaborate. The answer to your question is yes. Very much possible to reduce CO2 and NOx emissions by using hybrid electric propulsion architectures. But how to do it? I would suggest either you search online for any of my talks, or some other occasion I might be happy to give a talk on that topic. Yeah, you can share the research paper. So if you want our research paper on this topic, just send an email to either me or to Namanuddin, and he will be happy to share it because he's the main author of that paper. So in the discussion forum of the course, and he's in both the courses, just use that. And do they have your email address?
No, they
Indirectly.
Yes.
Okay, so they can ask in the discussion forum and he'll be happy to share that. You can search my email address online by just putting my name and IIT Bombay, you will get it. If you send a mail to me requesting for the paper, Swati, this is to you, we will be happy to share with you. So you can tell her because she can't hear.
No, she can.
Okay, so I think on that note, we will take a break now and wish you good luck for the examination. Even if you have not given the assignments completely, please give the examination, get an idea about how much you have picked up. You will enjoy the question paper, I'm sure, because we have set it up in such a way that most students who are watching the videos seriously should be able to answer the bulk of the paper. And be in touch with us for any future queries. Join our NPTEL course next semester on Introduction to LTA system, LTA, lighter than air systems, and hopefully air transportation. It will be a pleasure to have you with us in the course and to continue to interact with you. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. I'm going to stop the meeting now because it is almost 6 o'clock. Thank you and goodbye.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Wait. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Zoom बंद करेंगे